The night is cool, and the air is thick with the scent of damp earth and mist. You find yourself walking along a winding path near the edges of Solace, where the land softens into a vast, quiet bog. Here, the trees stand tall but sparse, their gnarled roots twisting through the wet ground, disappearing beneath pools of still water. Reeds whisper with the breeze, and a low, rhythmic croaking echoes across the misty expanse. As you walk, a familiar figure appears ahead of you. A gentle soul, someone you've met before in passing. Perhaps a healer, a traveler, or a quiet soul of these lands. They offer you a warm, knowing smile, as if they were expecting you all along. "Ah, there you are," they say, their voice as soft as the mist curling along the water's edge. "I was hoping you'd come. I need a bit of help tonight. The Lushlings have wandered into the bog again." You know of the Lushlings. Tiny, moss-covered frogs, slow-moving and gentle, blending into the undergrowth like little pieces of the forest itself. They are harmless, peaceful creatures, but they have a habit of wandering too far into the mist, where the waters grow deep and the land uncertain. Tonight, your task is simple. Gather them, one by one, and return them to their cozy little grove before the first light of dawn. With a slow nod, you follow your companion deeper into the bog. The air is thick with the scent of rain and peat, and the ground glows faintly in places where clusters of bioluminescent fungi cling to fallen logs. Somewhere nearby, a lushling lets out a tiny, sleepy croak. You move carefully, scanning the mossy rocks and hollowed tree stumps, looking for the familiar, soft shapes of the little wanderers. It doesn't take long before you spot the first one, tucked beneath a curling fern, its tiny body rising and falling with slow, even breaths. Found one, you murmur, reaching out carefully. The lushling barely stirs, content in your gentle hands. It is warm, its mossy back soft and damp, like holding a tiny, living cushion of the bog itself. One by one, you find them, curled up in the thick tangle of roots, nestled between damp stones, even one balanced delicately on the surface of a lily pad, floating in a still, dark pool. Each time, you cradle them carefully, feeling their slow, steady warmth, and return them to the safety of their grove, where a thick bed of moss awaits their return. There is no hurry. The night stretches long and unbroken, and time moves differently here, as if the whole bog breathes in rhythm with you. Your companion hums a soft tune, a melody you don't recognize, but somehow know, as if the land itself has always sung it. After a while, you pause, taking a moment to sit on a fallen log draped in soft moss. The night is peaceful, and a cool breeze moves through the reeds. Your companion sits beside you, their presence calm and steady. They offer you a small wooden cup filled with warm herbal tea, brewed from the flowers that grow along the water's edge. The taste is earthy and soothing, grounding you further in the quiet of the moment. For a while, you simply sit, listening. The world feels vast, yet close, like everything is wrapped in a gentle hush. You breathe deeply, letting the stillness settle into your bones. After some time, there is only one lushling left to find. The bog is nearly silent now, wrapped in the deep hush of night. You take slow, thoughtful steps, letting instinct guide you. And then you see it, the smallest of them all, perched on a floating patch of moss, drifting ever so slightly on the surface of a quiet pond. Its body rises and falls in time with the gentle ripples of the water. You kneel beside it, whispering soft words as you reach out. The lushling shifts, stretching its mossy little limbs before settling once more into your hands. You cradle it close, feeling its warmth, and then, with a deep sense of peace, you carry it back to its home. The last lushling is placed among the others, their small bodies nestled together in a cluster of moss and soft leaves. Your companion lets out a satisfied sigh. They're safe now. Thank you. The task is complete, and yet there is no need to leave just yet. The grove at the edge of the bog is warm and still, the air thick with the scent of earth and sleep. You lower yourself onto the mossy ground, stretching out beside the tiny creatures, feeling the same slow rhythm of breath, the deep exhale of the land at rest. Your companion hums that same quiet tune, and the melody lingers in the air, wrapping around you like a soft, invisible thread. You close your eyes, letting the world fade into the warmth of moss, the distant croaking of frogs, and the faint glow of fireflies drifting like tiny lanterns in the dark. There is no rush, no urgency, just quiet, just peace, just sleep.